everybody struggle, and I'm not saying life's a box of chocolate or carnivals. I like to weigh in because you might have got what you bargained for. I hope you take it in a lot. This ain't an argument for. Part of you gotta be smart enough to know why you partying up. Your art really sucks. The audience starting you up. Chamber of echoes ringing. Same brain with names changing. Hearing opposing opinion and you malfunction. Characters non-playable. That's why you hate to move. And when you try to save a dude, they get to hating you. They don't want to be saved, but one of these days someone will say they told you so. You're gonna get played, but that's your business. Don't get your wig split acting an idiot. Back up a tidbit. This ain't a diss, kid, so list this. I wish this misfit would get pissed enough to get it, but he mad at all the wrong folk because he missed it. Yo, look. This ain't for sing-alongs. I don't want you to get it wrong. I know what you was tripping on. You've been lied to your whole life, fool. The right to beside you. That's why you always focus on what the white dudes do. Fist in the air, screaming loud and being proud. But you are going through the motions. What you leaving out? What have you been accomplishing? Did something get done within a month? You've been marching for the fun of it. The only thing you got is exercise. Wise up and trying to get your eyes up. It's like an exorcist, size up. Existential heat essentially has no mind of his own, and that's why he's an NPC. You are only old non-aggression. Once that lesson sets in, you'll see a session. But you got an affection for no progression, regression. The best don't obsess about oppression. Possess weapons, mind and body protect when defense is necessary. Appendix carry. This will vary. Nothing is foolproof, but fools fool you. So do you and lose dudes that want you to lose. So hacks can use you as a stat, but they have been wrong. You are not defined by just your skin tone. So why attach yourself and piggyback the wealth you didn't earn or lack yourself? I'm telling you to own up to your own.
Ohayou gozaimasu. Welcome. Good morning. This is Ohayou Anime. It's been a little while. It is almost not morning, per usual, but it is technically still morning. So, yeah, irashaimase. We're gonna get going here. We don't have too much to talk about, but a little bit of anime news and things I wanted to discuss. Firstly, I've seen the Jujutsu Kaisen 0 film now. It's in theaters presently. So if you haven't have yet to go see it, I would highly recommend it. It's a prequel to the main season, and I do recommend watching the season first. Seems that's how it's intended to be consumed. But yeah, Ashley and I went this last week, and it was good. There was a little bit, it definitely leaves questions, and there's like an end credit scene that just leaves you with more questions. So it's a good tease too, but animation was good, music was good. It was, it didn't just feel like another episode. It was sometimes, I think, anime movies that are normally in a series have struggle with how that's gonna be paced, how a movie's gonna be paced. So I think this didn't suffer from that. I thought it felt like it was meant to be a movie. So they did a good job. And the first thing we kind of want to talk about is sticking with that topic here, is the how it's doing in theater. So this is I think everything we're looking at today is courtesy of Crunchyroll news yet. So Jujutsu Kaisen 0 soars the number 2 debut at domestic box office is the headline. So I'm happy to see this series and this movie keep doing well and getting recognition. There's a new special clothing line that's coming shortly in early April that's partnered with this, specifically about the movie. So that's cool. But so talking about the box office, obviously Jujutsu Kaisen 0 has been out in Japan for quite a while and was doing very well there. And now, in fairness, there's not a lot of competition other than the Batman. So number two isn't necessarily that um, it's not competing with a lot of other movies, but it is good to see that we're getting more anime film releases and they're being treated a little better. I mean, I remember back in the day, most of the time, if there'd be an anime coming to the screen, it'd be like one night only, Fathom events. There'd be like two showings, two showing times, maybe a subbed and a dubbed or something like that. And so I kind of was expecting that to be the case here, but no, it's got. I don't know if it's running a full week or longer. I don't know, but I mean, it's still in theaters now. It's looks like it's still in theaters for the remainder of the work week at least. Um, so yeah, and in more theaters than I thought. We booked got tickets to a theater, a little bigger area, and then we were in town before that. We bought tickets in advance, and our little local theater was showing it too. So more screens, longer runtime in theaters. It's a good sign. So number two spot for the weekend, total of just over 18 million for this first weekend. So it's still behind the Demon Slayer movie. That opening weekend was 21.2 million. So 21 versus 18. So if you're a fan of Jujutsu Kaisen, try to get out there and go see this, pump these numbers up. I'm not saying the Demon Slayer movie didn't, wasn't worth it or something. I just want to show that this is a growing sector, that this, and I think they know that, but still, like if they can show that at the box office with concrete numbers, that's just going to be better for the anime industry in general, I think. So yeah, they did on Crunchyroll News. You can find too a little interview with the director, talks about it a little bit, and he is expressing how surprised he is at the international. I'll just read it. I think I have it here. So question. This is from Anime News Network. You give credit where it belongs. Do you have a message for your overseas fans? The interviewer asks. A response: I am really surprised that the Japanese original Jujutsu Kaisen is loved by so many people overseas. I believe that Jujutsu Kaisen has a worldview that can be enjoyed by all fans, regardless of nationality, so I hope you will enjoy the film and continue to support us. So it's the kind of message I like to hear. We have our film, or happy of the international success. It's universally, anyone should be able to enjoy it, and I agree. So, anyways, Jujutsu Kaisen, the movie. Get out there, go see it. It's a good time. So I'm gonna wait to see if we get anyone in chat, cause I kind of wanted to get people's opinions on this other thing here. So I'll go through it quickly after this, even if I don't have anyone in chat, but we'll start with this instead. So, which magical girl era do you belong to? That sounds fun, right? I like that Crunchyroll does these quizzes. It's fun. I saw another quiz this morning. I don't know who put it together. It was like, which Jujutsu Kaisen man is your husband though? I got Gojo. That was my answer. So I win, I guess. I mean, it's a good choice. Okay. Oh, this was originally published on October 8th, 2020. Interesting. Okay. let's take the quiz. I have to admit, I have not seen a lot of magical girl shows. So, you know, guys can let me know how my answer is, what they say about me. What is your magic primarily used to accomplish? Playing harmless pranks and having fun adventures, helping ordinary people to resolve their problems, battling monstrous entities intent on harming humanity, perpetuating a cycle of sorrow that I can't escape from. I don't know, minor pop culture stardom, maybe? Okay, a magic primarily used to accomplish. Well, okay. Maybe helping ordinary people resolve their problems. You know, battling monstrous entities, obviously, if that's what's happening in the world, then I guess that's what you have to do. But I'm hoping that that's not the case, right? So we're going to say helping. But that sounds boring. I mean, if you're talking about a show, but pranks, that's not my personality. So, Chad, if you've got an answer. I was talking to my sister a bit ago. She should be logging on and let me know what I should pick. I'm going to go with helping ordinary people. If you transform to use your magic, what do you initiate the transformation with? I don't transform using my magic. I don't transform to use my magic. You need to be able to read to do this. A common household object such as a mirror, a magical bauble, wand, compact, etc., and an incantation, a smartphone app. Well, I want it to be. I mean, a common household object would be funny. So, such as a mirror, they say, obviously, but it'd be fun if it was like just a comb or a whisk. Yes, my magical whisk. So magical bauble, wand. But see, why is compact not a household object, really? I'm going to go with household object because I'm seeing whisk right now. You know, the power of the whisk. I shall scramble thee in the name of all that is good and just in the cosmos. Pose. If you transform to use your magic, what does your new form look like? Again, so I don't transform to use my magic. An idealized older version of myself. A super frilly battle costume that magically disguises my identity. I can take on nearly any persona, but I get naked in the process. Do I have to cold wash this outfit to get the blood out? Well, the take on nearly any persona, but I get naked in the process, not only seems useful, but also fun, right? I don't want a super frilly battle costume, though disguising your identity is good. An idolized older version of myself, that's nice, I guess. That's nice. Yeah, I'm gonna take on nearly any persona. Do you frequently interact with a talking mascot character? I think I better. No talking mascot characters here. Yes, there's a mascot. It's an intelligent animal or a fairy. Yes, but I have no idea what this thing is supposed to be. Maybe do alien wombats and yakuza count? I know what that one's referring to. Yes, as a mascot, it's an intelligent animal or fairy. I think it should be an intelligent animal. That sounds fun. In terms of violence, mayhem, and bloodshed, how graphic does your series get? Okay. No more graphic than your average afternoon tea party. Does unintentional vehicular manslaughter count? There's action and violence, but nothing worse than a hot blooded battle manga. Ultraviolence may be played for laughs. Life is suffering, and even the sweet embrace of death is no release. I feel like with a magical girl thing, it shouldn't be super violent, typically, you know? So I'm not gonna, I feel like you're not going to that kind of show for that, typically. So I'm gonna say there's action and violence, but nothing worse than hot blooded battle manga. So you need that, need those scenes, but it shouldn't be graphic. In a desperate situation, I know I can always count on myself. Wow, how egotistical. My friends and family, my teammates and comrades in arms. The situation getting worse before it gets better. One sec. I think I left a big metal rod around here somewhere. Okay, so the question again. In a desperate situation, I know I can always count on. I want to say teammates. Yeah, it's. I feel like that's critical as well to a magical girl. Are there consequences that come with being a magical girl? Well, interesting stories often do. But how heavy do we want this? Nope, no strings attached. I have to keep my powers a secret or I could lose them. That sounds too complicated. That sounds, it's going to be a headache. My superhero schedule can impact my scholastic social life in inconvenient ways. My transformation sequence is more embarrassing than I anticipated. Contract? I want, okay, we went with the nude one on the other one, so we're gonna go with my transformation sequence is more embarrassing than I anticipated. How do you approach ethical and moral dilemmas? Okay, I see the world in black and white, pun intended. Okay, I try to do the right thing, but I get jealous and angry sometimes. Even when things seem their darkest, heroes never falter. Hard to say. Sometimes things are wacky. Sometimes things are deadly serious. Nothing is true. Everything is permitted. How do you approach ethical and moral dilemmas? Well, for a magical girl one, I mean, even when things seem darkest, heroes never falter. Sounds good to me. Hard to say. Some of the things are wacky. Some of the things are deadly serious. Yeah, that's a, kind of like a hallmark, I suppose, too. I'm gonna stick with the heroes never falter. The magical portion of Magical Girl is actually optional and not required. Strongly agree, agree, neither agree nor disagree, disagree, strongly disagree. I have to disagree, I think. I'd like to know what the example is specifically that, what ones are they showing that aren't this? The girl portion of Magical Girl is actually optional, not required. I mean, to be consistent with my previous answer, I should go disagree. I would completely understand if someone told me there's a magical girl anime, but with dudes. Is that a separate subgenre? Magical dudes anime? It's a riff off of Magical Girl, playing with all those tropes to increase the comedic effect. But I think if you were like setting out to make a magical girl anime, you it needs to be girls in it. And so again, I'm taking the magical boys or dudes is more of a riff. It's adjacent to the subgenre of magical girl. You know, if someone described to me this, I'd say it's, you know, a magical girl like, I suppose. So I'm going to disagree. I think I answered that right. Oh, okay. My answer: mid magical girl, 82 to 91. That sounds fun. Mid magical girl series cement many of the format's conventions, such as transformation sequences and talking mascot characters, although the stories still emphasize smaller, ordinary, everyday conflicts. Magical girls from this time period often face specific restrictions, such as keeping their magic a secret or only possessing magical abilities for a limited amount of time. Examples include magical princess Minky Momo, who was famously run over by a truck, and Creamy Miami, the magical angel, whose magical transformation accidentally lands her a job as an idol singer. Okay, mid magical girl. Anyone out there seen it? Andrea, do you want to watch this one for the podcast? Okay, we're moving on to what I think is our final thing here. This might be kind of quick. Crunchyroll's talking about their. I mean, we're gonna be going to Crunchyroll a lot, especially now that you know Funimation has gotten the axe. So for our lineup and places to watch anime, like this is gonna be what it is. So they have their 2022 spring lineup for Crunchyroll, and want to see what we've got and what maybe we're interested in. So, Spy Family, I started the manga of this. It didn't grab me, but I barely read any of it, so I don't know. This Kaguya-sama Love is War. This, I wonder if there's, you know, if anyone's heard of this, let me know, because I've been hearing it's really good. But is this a sequel? Is there a previous season? So trailer we watched didn't tell me anything. Rising of the Shield Hero, season 2. We've discussed that on here before. Watched a lot of season 1, but man, is that show frustrating. So I don't know if we bother get back into it. Stab Life, Great Escape. I don't know that I love the art, but the premise sounds cool. In a city called Tokyo, controlled by artificial intelligence, one group seeks to escape to new lands. Starts on the 23rd. So today at 4 o'clock Pacific time. Stab Life, Great Escape. Let's, I think I have, desktop audio off. Let's see what this looks like. We'll keep it muted so we don't get struck by copyright stuff. Extractors. What happens if this is going to be too much? Okay. Let's switch that on again. I was a little distracted. Okay. Bizarre Tokyo. Various town, various species. Cute penguins. Okay. Can I leave the city? The extractors help people escape to another city. There's a lot of just like computer animation look to it, CG kind of thing. That's not something I'm a big fan of, so but maybe the story's great. So, Shenmue, I remember when that game came out, the first one. I did not play it, but it's a classic, so that's their featured ones. Otherwise, these new ones, I'm already watching two um like romance rom-com kinds of things. So I don't know if I want to start another one, but maybe those will be over soon, so I may change my mind. What else? Build Divide. Date A Live 4. Dance, Dansu, Dansoi, Dansu. Don't Hurt Me, My Healer. The misadventures of a knight and a healer begin in this new fantasy comedy series. Okay, maybe. Fanfare of Adolescence. Okay, so it's a reverse of Horse Girls. A competitive horse racing academy, a group of students trained to become the best jockeys. In the heart of Kunoichi Tsubaki. In a remote village where no men are allowed, a young ninja's curiosity gets the better of her. Vague, but Yuri, potentially. I don't know. Another badminton thing. Yeah. What do you think is the best sport anime? Let me know what your anime pick of choices for sport anime. I don't really care about the sport anime, but maybe there's one that's. Oh man, what's this here? We were just talking about magical girl stuff. Magia Record, Buella Magi, Madoka Magica side story finale season. That's a title for sure. The magical girls reach the end game in Magia Record. Okay. What else? Requiem of the Rose King. The art looks cool for this. Richard faces even more battles as the struggle for the throne rages on. Requiem for the Rose King. No trailer for that here. Airtime to be decided. Second season of Science Fell in Love, I guess. Shikimori's not just a cutie. Cool heartthrob girlfriend debuts in the upcoming adaptation of Shikimori's Not Just a Cutie. We'll take a look at this one too. Yep. Saying she's super cute, but sometimes. Stop making trouble for me, she says. She's super cool. Okay. You think I'm not cute? That's totally mean. So she's just someone with the ultimate gentleman girlfriend appears. You must remain at my side and nothing more. Interesting. It's probably pretty silly. Okay. The greatest demon lord is reborn as a typical nobody. That sounds like a familiar premise. Tomodachi game. Forced to join a debt repayment game. One group of high schoolers tests how solid their friendships are. So this could be like you know, what's that game? It's also an anime. Wow, can't think of it. That or Death Parade, that kind of thing. Let's see what that looks like. Hope we don't get. Oh shoot, what was that? I clicked. Don't get copyright anything. This sound is off, so just watching trailers. We had no idea how terrifying that game would be. This will be a great trip. But after a certain incident, the five friends are dragged into the 2 million yen we raised has been stolen. Never doubt your friends. The Tomodachi game. So, I mean, yeah, like the 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 quality of a show like this obviously really depends on the how challenging and thought-provoking the dilemmas are, how philosophical they get. So maybe I'd maybe try this one. Trapped in a dating sim. I don't know. I don't know if I need any more trapped in any game thing ever. Not never, but just probably not. And then looks like more is coming, I guess. So yeah. All right. I think that'll about do it. We've been going for a little over a half hour. Thanks for joining me. Sorry that the videos, Ohayou anime has been not consistent. I've never gotten a consistency with it. It's just kind of when I see some news to talk about or something. Maybe if the audience increases, then we'll have something a little more frequent because then we can just have more of a dialogue. So, anyways, thanks for tuning in. This has been Ohayou Anime. Please be sure to like, share, subscribe, all that sort of thing to Popcast on the Rocks. Popcast on the Rocks, that's this Twitch channel. That's our primary YouTube channel. And it's the name of our main podcast that I host with Andrea on a weekly basis. This last week, we covered a bunch of news, including Marvel stuff and Doctor Who. And then the Tragedy of Macbeth film on Apple TV Plus. So go ahead and check that stuff out. This next week, we're going to be talking about the finale of Raised by Wolves Season 2. So if you're interested in non-Japanese culture and usually more the Western side of pop culture, then yeah, make sure you're following for that as well. And if you like this kind of content, you want more anime talk, more manga talk, let me know. Anyways, that'll be it for me, and I'll see you next time.
You are only old non-aggression. Once that lesson sets in, you'll see a session. But you got an affection for no progression, regression. The best don't obsess about a